had my first kid when I was 16 years old to a man who I thought loved me. Of course, I was hopelessly in love with him. I ended up moving out of state with him, and that's when I found out he was abusive. The abuse was subtle at first, little things, trashing things that were important to me, and then it gradually continued. I remember the first time he ever smacked me across my face, and I was like, wow, what was that? I just excused it. And then I remember the night he forced me, and I ended up becoming pregnant with my second daughter at 17. The abuse only got worse from there. Even while being pregnant, I found a way out through the help of a friend and her mom. I got into a battered women's shelter. It was a part of their transitional assistance program. It was the first time I ever was really on my own, and I made a lot of bad decisions. So I got kicked out of that program and moved back in with my mom with my two children, my two very young children. Something ended up happening between me and my mom. We've never really truly gotten along like that. I left again to find myself in a relationship with another person who was no good in my life. But because I was homeless, I felt like I had no choice at the time. So I had moved in with him. That's when we had started going out a few months after that. And he was a drug dealer. He was also abusive, but just in different ways. I thought in the way that he was taking care of me instead of abusing me, it was more manipulative. I felt like because he wasn't physically abusing me every day, that it was better. I had to call the police pretending to order pizza in order to leave him safely. And then I got a restraining order on him the next day. After almost a year went by, my neighbor ended up asking me out on a date. We started dating after that. He is such an amazing man. Maybe a year into our relationship, he started drinking. And even that was gradual too. Started being just a glass of alcohol on a date. Then it turned into buying a 6-pack to cook supper with. And then it turned into a bunch of bottles just to see which flavor he liked best. We're trying to make it work for a while. I was still dating him for a few years. We ended up getting married, but it was that point where I started my relationship with God again. I started going to church, started reading my Bible more. Something just clicked differently. I had grown up going to church, but as soon as I could run away from God, I did. And because I started to see God in a whole new light, I tried to force it down my husband's throat. But just like his drinking, he couldn't stop for anybody else other than himself. And just like somebody coming to Christ, you have to want it. Nobody else can force that relationship on you. Once I figured that out, I stopped trying to have a relationship with God for my husband, and I grew in my relationship with God for myself. I read the Bible because I wanted to read the Bible, not because I wanted my husband to catch me reading the Bible. I went to church because it was something that I really wanted to do, not to prove to anybody I was a good Christian for going. I did it because I wanted to. I was thirsty for the Word of God. I was hungry for the Word of God. And eventually, my husband said to me, "There's something different about you, and I want that." Since then, I have graduated nursing school. I have passed the NCLEX. I am now working in my dream job. My husband has been sober for 4 years. Life is so good because God got me here. God got me through so much. Quite frankly, I really don't know where I would be without him.